So it has been an additional year of ownership on my 2017 Chevrolet Camaro. I can't believe it has been 8 years since I purchased this car, brand new. It's crazy how time flies. I was 22 years old. It was my first brand new car. And now it's basically almost a decade old. And I'm now 30 years old, which is fun to hear. I don't like to hear it. But anyways, so how's it held up over a year? And we're even going to go do some backtracking because this last year hasn't been eventful for the car. Last year was way more eventful, and even the year before that. This year, not much has really happened. I just drove the car. Now, I've always said this over and over, and I'm going to stop repeating it, but I have to for video's sake. I work from home. I do not drive very often. I go once a week to get groceries. Otherwise, I don't really go out too much. Any chance that I can to take the car out, that's when I take it. Even though we have 3 vehicles and we need to downsize on that. How many miles did I put on the car in the past year? I actually don't remember, so I'll have to put a little card here to tell you. But right now, as I'm recording this video, 48,452 miles is what I have. And if you need any more proof, there is your proof. In the past year, I really haven't done too much. I've just basically put gas in it, changed the oil, and I think I'm going to have to do a brake fluid flush. That might be something I'm going to do this fall when it starts to cool down a little bit. I mean, it's not super hot up here compared to like South Florida, but it's still pretty dang hot. And I wait a little bit, and then I'm probably going to change the brake fluid out. I think there's much more maintenance to do. The coolant was changed. I changed that back in 2024 when I changed the thermostat. So that has a 5-year lifespan. That's pretty much it. Brakes are still brand new when I look at them. So just tire rotations and some oil. I think the insurance is honestly the most expensive part, and it's actually the cheapest vehicle to own for right now. No, I believe the RAV4 might be, but nevertheless, the insurance on this car specifically is like $1,000 a year, I think, if I remember right. It's like $1,071 or $1,111 or something like that. So take that in. But I'm also in the state of Florida. Even though I'm not in a flood zone, I'm still in a zip code where there are a lot of accidents, unfortunately. I live next to a highway that a lot of people get into accidents. My zip code kind of affects it. If I went out to the country, which I would love to be in, and I'm hoping to be in the country of Florida, the price probably would drop a few $100. So yeah, take that as you will. Insurance in Florida is just not fun in general. Mostly, it's Florida, so you got bad drivers, you got the weather that does occur. I'm not in the flood zone, but still you're going to have a higher premium because of the no fault part. That's just what it is. I hope they remove it or reform it or whatever they have to do to it. So yeah, insurance, that is probably the most expensive part of this car. Though it's not the most expensive car. The Mustang's actually the most expensive, I think. If I remember right, I just got the renewal, and I think that one is down like $50, but it's still like $1,100. I think that one's $1,100. This is $1,000, and the RAV4 is like $1,100. Close enough, but this one's still higher because there's just no safety equipment on it, and it's older. So if you need to get a refresher on things that I've had replaced over the years in regards to warranty or just maintenance or whatever that I've actually had to do, I'm going to rapid fire for you, so that way you can be educated on this. Over the 8-year ownership and 48,000 miles, here's what I've had to do, either under warranty or not under warranty. We're going to start with the under warranty stuff. So this door pad, this entire door isn't original. This was replaced. The arm pad right here was replaced. The whole seat was replaced. The steering wheel was replaced, specifically the leather. My biggest regret was getting this, even though it's an OEM seat cover and everything. It was just the butt pad or the butt part. I still regret it because now it doesn't exactly match the OEM seat next to it in regards to its like fitment. Headliner isn't original. The windshield isn't original. I went through like 4 windshields on this car. When I lived in downtown Jacksonville and in Ohio, I went through 3 windshields, and then when I got the headliner replaced, GM put an OEM windshield in here, and that's the one I've had since, knock on wood. The parking brake button is not original. That was something that got replaced as well. It peeled. I can't believe I'm forgetting certain things, but the 2 of the wheels were replaced. And also, if you're asking why I replaced the steering wheel, there's a little thing I love to do before your bumper warranty runs out is ask for a new steering wheel. Back then, GM just handed steering wheels out for fun under warranty, so I always used to abuse that system. My whole family used to as well. The reason I had to get 2 wheels replaced is kind of a sneaky little thing. I curbed one. This is my fault. It was like the first few months of ownership, and then my wife curbed, another in Myrtle Beach. When I got them replaced or repaired, they looked fine, actually. You couldn't tell that they were repaired, but I did use a little cheeky way. I'm like, oh, that looks a little odd, and GM replaced both of them. Back then, GM was just handing out free stuff all the time. Nowadays, GM isn't going to do that for you, at least without probably a good fight. Things that I had to replace on my own and under my own cash rather than under warranty was the following. The thermostat and the temperature sensor. Replaced that, last year. There's a whole video that I talked about on that. Brake fluid, I did a brake fluid flush, and then the, coolant system in general, and, oil changes, all that stuff. But for the most part, it's just the thermostat and the temperature sensor. Under warranty, also, that's something that reminds me, the temperature sensor had a short, or temperature sensor harness had a short in 2020. That was under warranty to the transmission. I guess I somehow forgot a big one is, well, the shutter. Now, this is something I genuinely think is a problem with these cars over time, and I talked about it in my known issues video. The 8-speed auto is dicey. Like, I thought 100% said to be dicey. It is something that I sit here and wonder if it's ever going to fail on me. I had all the flushes that were available. I had a new torque converter replaced as well. And the new torque converter did help for a while, and then the new flushes helped for a while. And when they did the temperature sensor, they had to replace the fluid in the transmission again. But I'm still telling you that, like, there are times that this transmission kind of confuses me. I've even had probably recordings of it. It will almost like it misses a shift, or it just doesn't want to shift. It's very lazy sometimes. And then sometimes it can be fine. It's very odd, and it's definitely a transmission that likes to be warmed up before you actually enjoy, like, beating on it. So that's something I did learn over time. After all that work and all these years, I still get a slight shudder when it's in V4 mode. Now, it's not in V6 mode, I do not. But in V4 mode, I definitely do get a shudder under light load, or when it's about to switch back. Yeah, that's something that does worry me, and I kind of wish I waited and got the 10-speed, and kind of maybe wish I got the 2024 S2S. My order for 2024 2SS got picked up where I would get into the 10-speed. But I'm also kind of like, well, shit happens, right? But that is something that genuinely does worry me with this car. Not electric stuff, like electronics, and a lot of people have issues with, like, the trunk filling with water. I just check that every so often when I feel like checking. I don't really drive the car in the rain anyways, but I also just don't drive the car in general. That is something that is a genuine issue with these cars as they age. Beyond that, like, knock on wood, the electronics in the car never failed. I never had any issues with anything really else. That's it in repairs. And I mean, over time though, the car has been reliable. It starts every single day. Oh, battery, but like that's not really like something that you have to worry too much about. But beyond that, exterior wise, just take care of it. Interior wise, just take care of it. Maybe I'll go over a video of like what things I use and like comparisons of stuff that I've tried over the years for detailing this car, because I haven't been making content lately, mostly because of work and just because I don't want to just put anything out there, and I just want to help you guys out. And if you're in the buying journey, or if you're an owner right now and you're just kind of maybe you're under mileage, or maybe you're just curious on what other people go through, these are videos for you. So that's pretty much it. I mean, over the years, maybe some little rattles here and there that I've had to repair. The mirror up here still rattles after they replaced the headliner, and I don't feel like going through that process of, I didn't feel like going through the process of having them look into that. So yeah, that's it, boys and gals. 2017, 8 years later, on to another year next year. I'll keep you posted if anything appears. Anyways, guys, Chris from Florida out.